They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And again, it's Prescott. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
From the 31, Prescott goes right back to Smith again. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Prescott on first down. Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To the air again, Prescott. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. And if his coaches are correct, we're going to see a lot more runs like that from this young rookie going forward.
And you know, slapping each other on the back up in the booths right now? The scouting department, because they really recommended this guy highly, and he's justifying their faith in him.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And some room to work. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 59 yards. And the Ravens continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. McPherson on for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. 21-0 our score after one. Here's McPherson now to send it away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
Then the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Here's Prescott. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Here's Prescott. Looking middle, and that's complete. Touchdown, Broncos. Odell Beckham from 6 yards away. And the Broncos are able to cut into that deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback. The ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Prescott now. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. That's caught, and it's Eckler again. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Denver has the 1st down. The play going for 15 yards. To throw is Prescott. This one complete to Tonyan underneath. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Prescott yet again. He completes it to Beckham. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 28. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. 23 yards the pickup there. First down, Prescott. This one complete to Tonyan underneath. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
To throw again on second down. Prescott. Smith brings it in, going across the middle. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Running on first down, Eckler. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Caught on the slant. And the Broncos are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Austin Eckler taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Broncos get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fields it right around the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Ravens. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point by McPherson. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Prescott. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Prescott to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Darius Smith, 2 plays in a row now that he has got in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Murray.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Now Murray off play action. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Chris Olave.
31 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware.
And that flag accepted.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A first down throw for Prescott. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Prescott. Looking here for Smith downfield. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 86 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they run the option on 2nd down. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground.
The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Dallas Goedert, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Well, familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen them go. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Now, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably...
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Kyler Murray saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. McPherson now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Eckler now between the tackles. And he's got some space here. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. This taken in at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Offense set at the line for this next drive. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead. Oh, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. McPherson on for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every play that they make and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Calling a gain of 3, and they'll bring it in 4th down. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. They're going for it. It's Murray.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And now here's a carry heading left. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
They'll try to run it in. Michelle. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man open is Robinson. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call. But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Prescott. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And he wisely will throw that one away.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing. Prescott. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And they'll get him down at about the 37. Well short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as they take us to 4th down. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many, give it Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up,